Today, on the final hour, I have BlazinDarkWolf. What the hell were those digits? Hold on. BlazinDarkWolf 23. And I played some Apex with him. And he's also a security guard that gets to play fucking games and make content when he's working. I was so jealous when you were like, oh, I'm at work. How the hell are you playing with? Wait, what?
Yeah, the portable screens that GameStop have and stuff like that, I found them on Amazon, and I bought two of them.
No,
And
I didn't ask how you play the games. We all know that you connected to a TV of some sort. We don't give a shit about that. How the fuck can you work and then fucking play games while at work? How?
Easy, it's multitasking. Multitasking. My boss lets me as long as I play with him.
Okay, all right. So I just realized my volume was all the way down. Hey, I was muting him earlier, not on purpose. But before we start going into deep details and questions, first things first. You are BlazinDarkWolf 23. Outside, first thing first. That's who you are. We know this now. Anyway, anything I ask you, if it like triggers you or bothers you to a point where you don't want to answer it, you don't have to answer it. If it's going to incriminate you, you don't have to answer it. All right?
All right.
All right. Next question is, who is BlazinDarkWolf 23 outside of everything that's content creation, just your normal self sitting at home? I know your girlfriend snores a lot. I do know that.
Was outside of everything,
Yeah.
a father, semi-pro football player, as you know, security guard, about to become a cop soon, hopefully.
Well, you'll get it.
I don't know if I want to be that yet with everything that's going on, but besides that, I'm just a typical person like everybody else, a gamer, content creator. I try to do my YouTube and Twitch stuff here and there. I also play keyboard, saxophone, organ. I sing in a choir.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have any recordings?
I'm actually working on one with my little cousin who just signed a record label. Actually, released his who released his album on all major platforms just the other day.
Nice.
So me, him, and my brother are all going to get together for a song or two.
Yeah, you're all are multi-talented. Now, you're talking about going to becoming a cop. Now, I'm going to suggest something. Why the fuck are you going to do that when you're able to actually, instead of actually just playing games, you could actually create content when you're at work and you're double dipping. Legit double dipping once you get something rolling. Thank you for the titties. Thank you for those titties, Darkling. Thank you for that lure. Thank you for everyone showing up so far. I see a foamer. What? Long time no see. All right. So
the reason for that though is because I'm never comfortable in my own shoes. I always wanted to go further and push further.
Understandable
so
and
it's
honorable.
Like,
yeah.
I want to bring the best content and stuff like that. Like I'm working on this big project now. I'm hopefully getting they call me Toby in on it and another creator on it. Basically with the video of my new character that I started releasing out a few days ago, Bane. So I got a lot of projects, a lot of like ideas in my head that just constantly go, and it's like on a daily basis I get about an hour and a half of sleep because it's something that I want to do or tweak with.
Okay. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun, but like I don't get it. Like, what? You got this ability to really sit here and do your job, and yeah, you could be better at that, but then like you can use that time just freaking like gaining all that cash. The motherfucking like just freaking like make like a website. You're fucking like a clothing line, a record, a music, making content, but you rather just up yourself and then limit yourself with everything else?
it's not that I want to limit myself. It's more of like everything I do is not only I don't do it only for myself. I do it for a lot of other people, the people that don't have a voice or afraid to speak. A lot of my content and stuff like that, people can touch bases with. Some of them, they look at me like, "What the hell is your problem? Are you like schizophrenic or something?" I'm like, "No, just it's always I've always done things for others and try to put myself in their shoes on how they're feeling, or try to express my way myself through music or through my videos and my gaming. It's like it's my release, like from the outside world and everything that goes on. Because me as a person, what goes on in this world, it hurts me personally even though I don't know a person, like these people that are being evicted or affected by COVID-19, that hurts me personally because I feel that as a person and a human being, we should be able to do more for those people.
Agreed. No, fair enough. Fair enough. That's very honorable. Like, but still, damn. So there's something that I don't think anyone else really knows in chat is going on right now. He knows, but he needs to be shh for a moment because I told him beforehand. No one knows this. I want to see if anyone can guess what's going on. There's generate some hype in chat. Can you guys guess what's going on right now? At all? Come on. Come on. Come on. Anything? Come on. Someone. Say something. I mean... hype? I know it is going to be hype, but say something. Take a wild guess. I am a very cheerful person. Fucking Boomer. This is why I love you as a troll, dude. Fuck you.
I'm hoping, hopefully, once our buddy Hostel comes back from his little vacation, I could bring him in on this project and stuff like that with his OC character as well.
Definitely, we'll definitely talk about that. But hold on, I'm gonna turn this camera.
Okay.
And we're going to have a special guest with us today. How's that look? Let me fix the angle a little bit. Oh wait, did that work? Will that work?
Maybe.
Oh no. Push this back just a little. And there we go. No.
Error and confusion.
Error. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Oh wait, what the fuck? Yeah. So now Wolf of the Void is going to chime in with some questions from time to time if he wants to, unless he's just going to sit there look like a pretty man muffin here. All up to him. So.
He all built himself, look like a security guard. You can take my job.
Right? He's my security of my stream. Yeah, let's go. So, if you plan on becoming a cop, what gave you the desire to be a cop?
I've always had that desire, but the way I grew up, the way my foster parents raised me was to always try to help others. And the way I go about helping others, like I've even helped others by opening my home, letting people stay with me from time to time. It's not, I feel that it's not enough, and to make a bigger change, I think having people feel safe, knowing that there's actually somebody that will speak for them and that is there for them, they will feel much safer than what they feel now with the hostility and everything that's going on.
Fair enough. So you had a lot of inspirations from like family members and just wanting to help people out with.
Yeah, a lot of my football coaches were retired police captains, state troopers, detectives, and stuff like that. And I had my share of trouble, but they've always knocked me upside the head and told me, "Look, you have so much potential. We know you love helping people. Come on, just come this way." So I finally started taking the first steps and stuff like that. But then I had to put that on hold because I was going to try to join the academy right after I got out of high school. And I got recruited to become a semi-pro football player right out of high school, and I'm like, okay, let's do this.
So I was actually going to go right into that one. With being semi-pro, how was that? Like, how did that even come to be? Like a football player, and like, what position did you play?
I've been playing since I was 6. I play linebacker, defensive nose, defensive end. I'm also a running back, a center, and a guard.
Okay, so you're pretty mostly
And
defense, right? Not too much offense.
I'm very versatile in football. What came about that was my senior year in high school. The owner for one of the semi-pro teams in my area seen me hit our quarterback. Because most quarterbacks that wear red jersey at practice don't hit me. He stated, "I'm not wearing a red jersey."
You're lagging out. It's after red jersey. Or not me this time. There. Oh.
I see a hand.
Yeah. It looks like he doesn't know what to do.
Hear him now.
Nah. Say again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Looks like he's having technical difficulties.
Yeah, I know. No, we're not assholes. What did you do, Hart? I don't do shit. I actually have good internet connection tonight.
I didn't break anything.
Man, that's a great freeze frame, no?
It is a great.
Yeah.
I don't know, the one that he came back with was a great one too, so.
I don't know, everyone in chat's more like head explosion right now.
Oh, right. Oh.
Can y'all hear me?
There we go.
There we go. I have good internet. It's just my internet like stupid things from time to time.
It's just like how I randomly lose upload, but I still have download.
Yeah, I got 5 PlayStations running on my internet, 4 laptops, like 5 cell phones.
Yeah. So
like my house is basically like technological everywhere.
That was mine.
That was yours?
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna mute mine.
But as I was saying, most quarterbacks they wear red jerseys to state that they don't want to be hit. And it was the practice before our playoff game. Our quarterback wouldn't wear his red jersey. He's like, "I want y'all to hit me. I want y'all to, take it as this is a regular game, even though it was practice." And I hit him. My high school coach was not happy about that. And he benched me that playoff game. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to focus on school and stuff like that after we lost the playoff game. And when I got out of school, I got approached by the owner of the semi-pro team. He was like, you have a lot of talent and potential. I want you to play for my team. And I'm like, all right, let's see where this goes. And I'm going on my 17th year now of constantly playing. And I play all year long, actually. Being a semi-pro player, it's challenging. I'm not even gonna kid you.
I imagine it being challenging because like you're consistently getting hit, beat, and like messed up. Like I never like playing sports. I play sports. I respect people who play sports. I just personally can't stand watching them. So I've always said to people,
yeah, I enjoy playing.
And people who do play them, like football, I couldn't do that. That's too much torture on like your brain, your body, and just pain. So like, what kind of since you were semi-pro, are like what kind of pains do you have now?
I'm still semi-pro.
Okay.
I just finished my one season a couple of weeks ago. We missed out on the playoffs and everything this year because of COVID, and it was a short season. But I've had 9 concussions. I've dislocated both my shoulders. Um, I beat up my knees badly. I've had turf toe, pulled the muscle, had an ACL tear. Um, I've been beat like I felt. There's been times I felt like Rodney King. Put it that way.
Damn.
But I love it, and my kids, they love it too. Like, they come to the games. It gives them that inspiration because now they want to play sports and stuff like that. And even kids that are not mine, that I've been in their lives and stuff like that, have followed my footsteps and started playing sports and being more active and stuff like that.
Very cool. Very cool.
Only downfall towards it is when you get out of bed after a game the next day, your body feels like you're about 80 to 90 years old. It sounds like Rice Krispie treats.
What? Rice Krispie treats?
Yeah.
Crackle Pop Rice.
Right? Oh my god, that makes sense. Yeah.
Everything is cracking. Everything is like sore and bruised, and there's even bruises and cuts on you that you didn't even notice that you had.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I get that too, but mine are for different reasons. I got blown up, so that's why my entire body goes snap, crackle, pop.
Oh man.
Yep.
Sorry for that.
Yep.
That was actually a question that I
tried to
had.
join the military at one point. That didn't turn out to my favor.
Yeah. One question I had is, what made you think to go into the police force as opposed to the military?
The military I wanted to go into. I was headstrong into going into the military, but my recruiter said something to me that, messed me up in the head a little bit. Was because of my height and my athletic build. He said I was too big, and basically told me that I had to be like a twig. And I'm like, I can't be a twig, and I'm sorry if it comes down to protecting the man in front of me or behind me and stuff like that. I will prefer the big body person than a twig, because I know that big body person could probably carry me or drag me to safety and stuff like that. He basically told me that I needed to lose 100 pounds. Because at the time I was 265 and built, muscular, everything. He says, you have too much fat on you, and I'm like, that's not fat, it's muscle. Everything is really solid. And he was like, well, we're not going to take you. And my nephew went to the military, and he was a twig. It came out looking like he was in prison, like he was jacked. And I'm like, what did they feed you over there? Steroids? He was like, no, steaks, burgers. And I'm like,
a whole lot.
That's messed up. The fact that you're being forced to like lose weight to join something that you want to join when you have the drive and the physical capability of doing it. Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, your recruiter failed you on that one because in the military, because I was in for 6 go by height and weight. There's a certain height and a certain weight, then they'll check your body.
You gotta yell. You gotta yell. So
why is that mic so freaking not sensitive? It should be like a basic bitch and sensitive.
Like, he literally told me I had to lose weight to join the military and stuff like that. And, that right there, I'm like, it is what it is. I said I still got the police academy to look forward to. But then my semi-pro career started taking off even more. Every year we're in the playoffs. We won a couple of playoff seasons undefeated. Went to nationals and lost and stuff like that. But it started like building up more and more, and like for the past like 2-3 years, I've been telling myself, look, I'm done. I'm retiring, so I can focus on the police academy. And I have I have them stubborn coaches and teammates that's like, nah, you got another year in you. And I even told them, I said, listen, I'm going to continue to play football, but I'm going to use that to to get my body in the proper shape and everything. So when it comes to me doing my training with the police academy and stuff like that, I don't have much to work on.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So you really want to go into the police force, and what's your end goal once you're in the police force?
To become a homicide detective.
Why is that?
There's a lot of families out there that a lot of cases have not been solved, have not had that type of closure and stuff. And the way I was raised and the way I was like basically trained and stuff throughout my whole year was that whether it's a case, a football game, or your job, you give everything into it. You know, you got to eat, breathe, and sleep and stuff like that. But don't be too invested into it, because sometimes you can fall off the wagon and forget where you're at. But always remember to come back. Always remember which way you come from. So it's like I have everything like in motion. It's just trying to get it to kickstart off. But then TikTok started taking over part of that, you know. What I've been seeing is a lot of people on there with the whole bullying, the pedophiles and stuff like that. And that's other stuff that makes me sick to my stomach. And I'm like, I got to be that type of person that makes that type of change, because the one thing my coach told me was that even though a cop is a bad cop, some cops are bad and some are good. Everybody's still going.
True that.
Everybody's going to look at the cops as that one bad apple just ruined it for everybody.
Yeah.
And like I tell people, there's a good cop, there's a bad cop, there's a good protester, a bad protester. But that one bad protester or cop is the one thing that sets the fire and make everybody the enemy. And it shouldn't be like that. I feel that if the good cops started holding themselves to a higher standard and putting a stop to these ones that let that badge make them feel like they have all controls over the world or over a person, and knock them back down off their high horse, I think we can have much of a united place and stuff like that, to where people start feeling safe. Where people don't feel safe, because you have those people, even in the security world, that, you know, people feel is like, oh, well, we're security, we're a cop. You know, you have to do what we tell you to do. If you don't listen, this is what's going to happen. It shouldn't be like that. You should be able to talk to a person, whether you're security or a cop or military and stuff like that, even the president and everything. You should be able to talk to the people and come up with solutions and stuff like that to make things better. Do not always resort to violence or burning things down or murder and stuff like that, because that's basically right now. I feel like we're back in the caveman days, just with technology.
I think that's always going to be there personally, because there's always going to be someone bad out there that wants to do something to another person just because they want to, or they have a need or a drive or a voice telling them, whatever it may be. That's always going to be there, but you'll be the person who actually eventually becomes a cop and actually is able to try to help prevent it and try to find ways to long-term prevent, like help with people for younger ages, because a lot of the stuff stems from people being young and having a shitty life. But then there's also those people who just are straight up psychopaths that will do whatever they do and want to do in their head. Oh, I want to kill you, let's go. And that's what they do, and they have no remorse.
Yeah, and see, it comes to that point to like my godfather. My godfather is white. I'm his only basically kid. He's never had kids before. I'm his only godchild and stuff like that. He's 90. He turned 90 years old a couple of days ago. Still kicking around, still moving like he's 30 years old. I'm still afraid of him. But the one thing he told me, and people still look at him weird because he'd be like, "That's my son," and I call him dad because he basically raised me. And people look at him weird for that. And he tells me, he says, "Listen, the reason people look at us weird is for the simple fact that racism and it's not basically you're not born it, you're taught it. If we stop teaching the younger generations and stuff how to hate a person and stop looking at people for color or their religion and stuff like that, you would be so much better."
I totally
And
agree
that's
with
the
that. And that's one of those
that's
things
the
where when I look at a human, I look at them as a human. I'm not colorblind, but I look at as everyone as a different individual. What's your story? Who are you? Kind of how I look at it. Now, I found you through Hostile Bond and you make TikToks, right?
yeah.
And where did you meet Hostile Bond at?
Hostel came into my life one day when it helped me deal with a troll that kept trying to tell me to say Trump 2020. And I was already following Hostel because I loved his content and everything. And I seen his character and stuff. And it was just like when I came across Hostel's TikTok, I was just getting into it deeply. To where was working on a series with a guy named Mr. Abracadabra, his Chapel of Bone series that had like really big content creators with They Call Me Toby, Lollygag Dan. There's a lot of them. We all came together to create the Chapel of Bones and stuff. And I'm like, I like that. And I'm telling myself, I'm thinking Hostile was in it because the way he does his makeup and stuff like that, I could have swore I seen him in a couple of the videos. I wasn't too sure. So I kept checking back and forth. And then one day he was like, "I'm going on Twitch and streaming and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm going to join you." And I sat there and we talked for a bit. And he was telling me, giving me ideas about how to build my account some more. On top of, I was talking to They Call Me Toby. And he was telling me, get your OC character, release him, build his story up. And we have a lot of other projects. The other thing I was doing was trying to work with the regulators on their upcoming show and stuff like that. So I've been constantly working on projects and working on my own projects and joining others for their projects. But Hostel, he came across as one of them people that was really a great guy. His content was amazing to me, and he had a lot that he could show me. I felt that he could teach me some things to help me better my account. And turns out he got me. Like I said, he's a funny guy. Love him to death. I'm not gonna say he's a sucky gamer. He's a great gamer. He's the type of gamer that likes to wander off by himself.
No, I got control of that now.
And me following behind him, like, oh, let me just be like him and just take off.
I got control of that now. I got control of that. I'm really good at fixing bad player skills and making them better. Even though I could turn into an asshole doing it. Now, I played with you on Apex and Hostile, and I thought that was a great time. That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of moments where it was just like, what the fuck are you two doing? You two died. I was just like...
We're like 200 meters away from you. You're in the back sniping, and we're like running up just shooting people.
But if I have a line of sight on those people, I could give cover fire. And that's what I do. But you guys were in that angle where it's like, there's a cliff there. What the hell am I supposed to do with the cliff? I can't curve the bullets like that one movie. No, With that being said, you downloaded TikTok, you met all these people. Why did you even download TikTok in the first place?
For therapy, actually. TikTok became my therapy because at one point I felt like the rest of the people that didn't have a voice and couldn't speak for myself and everything. And it was like hard for me to try to get out what I want to do. And I downloaded the app one day, and I was in Chicago at that time actually for work. And I'm just messing around with the app, and I'm like, oh, this looks really cool. So I'm like, let me make a few videos, and then like the first like 6 videos I made had like 8 views, 9 views here, couple of new followers, and I'm like, well, this is interesting. And then I started seeing everybody with their content and stuff like that, and I'm like, I want to do this stuff. But what drew me into TikTok completely was they call me Toby because I joined his live the one day and he was doing a follow live and he had nothing but positivity to try to spread to even lower accounts and helping people and giving them like, positive vibes. He wasn't like the people that you see on there where they're talking about, if you give me a legendary, I will duet your video. He was more the type of person, I like your content, you have good content, I will duet your video. He didn't ask for gifts or beg for gifts and stuff like that. People gave the gifts because they appreciated them.
No, that's awesome.
So I felt like that's what I want to be. And I tell myself that from time to time, like, that's where I want to be. I want to be where he's at. Like, I don't want people to send me gifts because I'm asking you. Don't send me that stuff. Save your money. You want to help me out, help me change the world. And I live by a little code to where I know, me personally, I can't save the whole world, but I can save one person and change one person's life and hope that that one person that I change, whose life I change, will help the next person, and it will continue until everybody is one.
That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. And that's how it is. Like, you always, like, when you're a content creator, you want to help people out. If you're able to help one person out, you technically made the world a better place. If you put a smile on someone, you got rid of a bad guy doing something bad. I mean, whatever it may be, that's always an awesome scenario. And that's just freaking badass. So you met all these people, like, you're trying to collab with, they call me Toby, Mr. Abracadabra. How the hell did you even get in contact with these people? Were they before they were big, or was it just like you hopped in and lucked the fuck out by saying hello?
They called me Toby. I would literally try to troll him just to be a smartass because that's how much love and respect I have for him. But the one day I came in his live and I'm like, I am so close to 1,000 people. And it was a follow live. I didn't even know it was a follow live. And like 10 minutes later, I was up to 1,500 followers. And I'm like, what just happened? And I jumped. I'm like, what the hell? He's like, yeah, you're welcome. So I made a video about him and his wife telling them both thank you, and Mr. Abracadabra, his videos, they came out. I seen like the first like 6, 7 episodes, and I'm like, I want to be a part of that. And I'm telling him, like, I love your content and stuff like that. And I made a video with a costume that I have, an all Punisher Iron Man costume, Iron Man Punisher costume with the helmet and everything. And he's like, I have ideas for you. I just can't tell you yet, but I got some ideas for you. I said, okay. He says, I might bring you in for season 2. I just don't know. And then I'm like, all right. And then one day I'm at work and I get a text message from him. And it says, hey, I need you to shoot these videos tonight. I'm like, I'm at work right now. He says, as soon as you get off work, these are the videos. These are the angles I need. Can you get it to me tonight? I said, yeah, even though I'm tired, I will do it. And I did it. And he's like, just do this. I will add all the effects and stuff like that. Got everything sent to him. A few more episodes aired. And then the big reveal that aired was with my character coming in. And what a lot of people didn't notice, and then when Toby even noticed it at first, was in that the one video Toby has on a Punisher shirt, and it went perfect because I had on like the Punisher outfit with the Punisher helmet and everything like that. And we were supposed to be working on season 2, but like I said, COVID hit, and Mr. Abracadabra started taking a break. And I jumped into Toby's live, and he was like, "You know that idea that you did with Punisher, I was gonna do with my character, Psychotic." And I'm like, "Yeah, I beat you to the punch."
Damn.
Well, when it came down to like they called me Toby, he's always been one of them big creators that I like. He's the first big creator I followed. Him and his wife were the first 2 people I've ever followed on TikTok when I downloaded it and stuff like that, because his content had me laughing. I like that. I downloaded it for like therapy and to kill time, like just scroll through videos and see what people are doing.
Okay.
But once he was doing, I'm like, this needs to be me. And from time to time, he gives me like pointers and stuff like that. I sent him the other day my video of my character Bane coming out for the series that I'm trying to work on. It's gonna need his character Psychotic in it, basically. My character was a horseman in training, but like for like the 4 horsemen.
Okay.
And I never completed my train. He never completed his training because some idiot break, start breaking seals and causing ruckus on Earth and everything and stuff. So I got a lot of ideas that I want to work between them 2 characters and stuff, and trying to get a hold of him. Yes, I have his Instagram and everything, but Toby, he's a lovable guy, but his memory is short as shit.
Okay.
So like I'm constantly reminding him, like, hey, I need this video. Hey, I need this, and I sent him my video, and he's like, that's fucking awesome. I'm like, so are we gonna do this? He's like, just let me finish a couple of projects, because I learned with him he has like 10 projects going on at once.
Yes, Kitty. I am trying to think of a question, but he has a soothing voice. I'm relaxed. So okay. Now, with all these projects you're doing, are you planning on like what are your like end goals with TikTok? Like, are you trying to are you into Creators Fund? Are you trying to get into Creators Fund? Are you trying to make it like another source of income? Are you going to be making a YouTube, a Twitch?
I'm gonna I'm trying to become bigger on TikTok to where it's gonna go into place with my Twitch, with my YouTube, and everything. It's all gonna fall into place with even my gaming. As of the creator fund and stuff like that, I'm not too worried about it. I have my wife right now. She's working on website for my TikTok to my character. I have a Facebook of it. We're also trying to get out some merch and stuff like that. It's time consuming. I know that.
Oh, I know. I think the last 2.5 days I've been working on a website for myself. I know. Having no clue, never done it before.
My end game for TikTok is actually to basically keep growing and putting out great content and putting out things that will help people, give people a laugh here and there, while trying to speak to the people from either my perspective or one of my OC characters' perspectives and stuff like that.
Okay. What about Twitch?
Twitch, I want to get my gaming stuff up there. I have 138 games that I try to put on my Twitch and stuff like that, but there's days that I forget to hit the stream button for my Twitch. And because I get so deep into a game. But I know you probably noticed for like the past week or 2, I've been playing nothing but Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Nice.
And like I wouldn't stop that game until I got all the trophies for it and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh man, I missed out on Call of Duty and everything in Apex, and like I missed. I know I was the one reminding you about the crossplay and everything, and
Yeah,
I
and you haven't
I
been
haven't
on.
even. I know I haven't even been on. I'm like, God. And then I downloaded Dead by Daylight to play with you guys, to play with Hostile and stuff like that. And then when I jump on, y'all are on Apex, and I'm like, huh.
You're like, God damn it! We kind of shifted from Dead by Daylight, to be honest. We will play it, but it's not as much.
Yeah, we only play it when we have a full squad.
Yeah, because Dead by Daylight alone, it all just sucks.
Yeah, I've learned to play with a full squad because playing by myself, the randoms, they are horrible. Like I'm sitting around there playing.
That's why when I'm by myself, I play the killer now.
I played the killer once, and I will never do it again. They set me up good. They had one person run around the car. I'm trying to kill him to save my life, while the rest of them were sitting there trying to build the generators. And I'm like, I got one in my face right now, and then I got the other three somewhere. And when I finally got that one down, they all would just swarm me, and I can't kill all three of them at the same time. So I'm like, okay, this is horrible. So they done picked this one up while I'm trying to kill one, and I'm chasing the other one, and I'm like, all right, y'all got this. So I'm like, okay, I'm better off as playing as the survivor.
Yeah, like, that game is fun, but you have to play with friends. I hate being a killer because it's just so boring to me, but that's my personal opinion. Other people like it, but at the same time, like that's so you want to like upload all your stuff from Twitch. What about YouTube? You do anything with that?
Yeah, I've uploaded a couple videos on YouTube actually, to where that was the one thing that's coming soon. Hostile is going to be working with me on my YouTube, and my videos and stuff like that. That was one of the things he offered to me one morning. He was like, "You do your YouTube videos and stuff. You let me know, and I got some ideas for you." I'm like, "All right." So we started talking about what we're going to do for the YouTube channel, and I told him, I said, because originally I wanted to bring my new OC character out with his character, but then when he said he was going to take a little hesitant break from TikTok and stuff like that, I said, okay. I'm like, I need somebody to bring this character out with. I know I've been prolonging it for so long and just doing like blind reactions and stuff like that, but I need to get this character out because the one thing I do have, like I have 13 helmets and masks. Like I have the Red Ranger helmet, Black Ranger, White Ranger.
Is that how you come up with your OCs? You just pick a helmet you like and then go with it and try to make a story behind it?
No.
Ludwig asked a question. I was trying to tie it in with that. What inspires you? What's your inspiration for your OCs?
My inspiration for my OCs is basically it ties to my personality. And it's like my wife always telling me, like, you're always angry and crabby. And I'm like, okay, I could work with this. So when it came to creating Bane, I'm like, when it came to creating Bane, he's the angry, crabby one. My other OC character, Blaine, he's just I don't give a fuck about nothing right now. More happy, relaxed. He's the type of person you will probably catch walking down the street smoking a blunt or something like that, just watching unicorns fly across.
Wow.
So it's like I have a couple of OC characters and stuff like that. I even came up with creating doing the clash between the Power Rangers and Star Wars and creating the dark Black Ranger with lightsabers and stuff like that.
Interesting.
I released a video a while back, I think like 4 or 5 months ago, where I released like a photo shoot that my wife did with it, and it basically stated that I've stolen the Rangers' powers, calling out certain other people, other content creators that have like the other Rangers outfits and stuff like that. The one thing I've learned that there's two helmets that I've been trying to look for and that they are impossible to find. I need to have them made, and that was the yellow and pink Ranger.
Really?
Yeah, like I got both of Tommy's helmets, I got Jason's helmets, Billy's and Zach's, but I can't find Kimberly or Trina's helmets, and I'm like, all I can find is their mask, and I'm like, I don't want the mask. And once I started getting into like the TikTok more, my brother just got me an Optimus Prime mask. And he was like, he called me yesterday. He's like, I got a Bumblebee one for you too, just like that one you could use for your TikToks. And I'm like, okay. And when I told my wife, I'm like, you know, I'm about to take my TikTok stuff more serious. She went out, got me 2 ring lights, the black screen drop. We bought programs for the laptops to do like green screen editing, more costume, more robes and stuff like that. She usually
Rangers. Someone typed that in the chat. Yes.
I was waiting for it.
I was too. I didn't want to say it. I wanted to see if chat would actually do it, and they did. Took them long enough.
The funny part about it is when I got my first Power Ranger helmet, it was the White Ranger helmet. That day I put it on. I told my wife, I'm like, now I want a Frosty. She's like, okay, let's go to the store. We ended up going to Wendy's. I drove through Wendy's drive-thru with the White Ranger helmet on. And the manager and the employees there were laughing so hard that everything we was going to pay for was for free.
That's awesome.
I'm like, that is so incredible.
No, we're getting close to that hour mark. Just chat, do you guys have any freaking questions before I start asking my closing questions? So, yeah, your timing is so good. I mean, Jazz Kitty, you had to freaking do the roar. So, mind you, I'm interviewing the Dark Lioness. Did you see that highlight TikTok I posted or YouTube video? Okay, I was interviewing the Dark Lioness, and she was talking about her OCs. Her OCs are lions. Well, one of them's a lion, right? Well, she redeems in my channel due to roar. And I timed it right because she started talking about like someone was sexualizing her character and blah blah blah. It usually happens, but if you met her one OC in the alley, she's gonna tear your guts out. And I'm like, yeah, they'll do the roar. It's great. You should look at my page, find that. It's fucking great.
I'm going to. I have to find that one. I have to.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. So, where do you get your ideas for each video?
Honestly, they just pop up random to me. And it goes by the audios that I use and stuff like that.
So you find audios and just you get random inspiration. And you do a lot of blind reacts and you just like go with the flow from whatever you're feeling at that moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
Some of the audios and stuff like that, because Hostile even agreed he's gonna. I have a few ideas for a couple of audios that I want to mash up and stuff, and he's gonna help me with that.
Okay.
So it's gonna go towards like the series that's I'm working on now to try to break out for everybody. But everything, all like my OCs and everything, that all my videos and stuff is basically like my mood for that day. Like there's days that I will do 15 blind reactions because I'm not too like encouraged to get up and get into my outfit to do like a regular video. But then there's days like I just want to do a regular video. And then there's days I look at my wife and I'm like, listen, we need to do 60 videos by the end of the week. And she's looking at me like, you've lost your mind.
Oh my god.
But
interesting.
Yeah, like I have a great support system, especially when it comes to my TikToks and stuff like that. Except my wife, she loves me doing it. She even has a TikTok, and so does our girlfriend. She has a TikTok as well. And our girlfriend, she tries to compete with me with that whole Stitch that's been going around. where people swipe their arms down to see who can get the cleanest stitch into it. So far, she's lost both times. Because she's still learning, and I try to teach her when it comes to like positions and
it's
stuff
keeping
like
the
that.
motion and then following through the motion to where it starts at the same, being in the same position of where the other person was and matching the size. It's yes, I've done transitions. I know. So all right, since you actually answered my wife's next question about does your wife have a TikTok, and you said yes. Now the next question is, well, I'm going to start my 3 closing ones. The first one is there any question during the interview that you want to touch upon that I didn't get to ask, or you just want to let people know about, and I just didn't get to ask you? You're wondering, damn, he didn't ask this one?
Well, it's not even much of a question. It's more of as along my season, as long as my content comes with this character and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get Toby in his right mind to get me my videos. Waiting for Hostile to come back. The other thing I wanted to bring into it was actually Your OC as well. Into the series.
Okay.
I've seen your OC, I've seen your wife's OC and stuff like that. And I think they would, what I have for a storyline and everything, I think it'd be an amazing series and stuff like that for people that will actually enjoy it. Like the way I'm working on it is I want to leave a lot of suspense into it, a lot of questions, and I want to leave it to where everybody, including ourselves, are honest. Like we didn't even know that was going to happen.
Okay, fair enough. Now, besides all the cool things that we do know about you, what is an interesting fact about yourself that no one really knows about you?
I'm an asshole.
Okay, we all have one. We know this. What is like something that like you go to a party and then it just randomly gets brought up? What is like one thing that you would like tell everyone?
Well, that's if I do go to parties. But if I go to a party and it's something that somebody people don't know about me, the one thing I do tell people: ask questions. You know, I'm an open book. But that's a kind of hard question though, because like I said, I'm an open book on that one. But because everybody knows everything about me, down from, like I said, my foster parents and some of my struggles growing up and stuff like that.
Okay.
The only thing that a lot of people don't know about me is
weird birthmark, tattoos.
Well, I have 20 tattoos, but when I was 13 years old, I ran into a fire to save a pair of Jordans my mother had just bought me, and walked out without no burns or scrapes or scratches on me.
What?
One of those.
Was it was like there was my last not interview but fucking stream, someone was talking about burning down a building. I mean, they got paid to do it, but just the wording, like they worded like that, and yes, links. And then you're like, yeah, I ran into a burning building to save my Jordans.
Well, because my mother worked a lot for those shoes and stuff like that, because I really wanted them. And I was in high school and I had this crazy ex-girlfriend who I broke up with because she cheated on me and slept with a guy in the library that was my friend. And because I broke up with her, she decided to set my house on fire. And
what?
Yeah. And I wanted to, like I said, we all got out of it, and I ran back into the house, grabbed my shoes, walked back out with no burns on me, no scrapes and stuff. And one of the firefighters started calling me Blaze, and it's always stuck on me. So everybody knew me by the name of Blaze, to where I have it tattooed on my upper back in Chinese. So that's where like Blaze or BlazinDarkWolf come in and stuff like that. Like I try to accumulate everything that parts of my life that are me.
Why did they come to my stream?
Because they've all burned something.
Right?
Apparently people like fire. There we go.
All right. Now for the last question, you could ask multiple of these. Do you have any questions for me, Blood, and even Wolf, since we got him here tonight?
Wolf, my only question is, are you going to be safe coming to Pittsburgh?
Coming to Pittsburgh? You live in Pittsburgh?
No, I don't live in Pittsburgh. I live in the northeast region of Pennsylvania.
Oh, well, I'll probably be in that area too. Yeah.
You come up in this area, you are more than welcome to come over.
I got family or east in Pennsylvania. I know a lot.
You got people everywhere. You got people fucking everywhere. So, okay. What about for me and Blood?
Now, for you, the one biggest question I wanted to ask is, where did you get you and your wife got your inspiration for y'all OCs and stuff like that, and the content that y'all release?
Blood had an idea, went with it, and then for me, she found something that kind of went in tangent online, and then we just went with it. She's the one who comes up with all of the OCs and ideas. I honestly could not tell you. Like, she would have to type in chat on how she comes up with those. That's actually a good question, because she just randomly, out of nowhere, is like, what? Caused by a propane tank thrown in a bonfire?
How is that an accident?
So basically, it's like, I come, like, with my relationship with my wife and stuff like that, I come up with the ideas, and she goes with it, and your wife come up with the ideas and OCs, and you just go with it.
Yes. No, she's the mastermind. When we do TikToks, she plans for us to do TikToks when she's on that like idea mindset. She'll tell me it like days before, and I'm just like, can you not tell me right now? But I know it's her thought process. But me, it just goes in one ear and out the other because I'm a visual learner. So
yeah.
And then she will about to shoot. She'll tell me what's going on. I'll ask her right before, and that's how we start shooting.
She gets bored.
And then the answer to your question, she gets bored and plays with makeup until she finds something she likes.
Now, my other question is, now when your wife is telling you something, especially when she's giving you ideas and stuff like that, I know you said it goes in one ear and out the other. Like, how much of that do you actually retain? Because then, like, my wife comes up with ideas, and like, I'm so headstrong on the ones I already have, but then sometimes I try to insinuate it. But if I don't insinuate her idea, she just gives me like this dirty.
Oh, no. TikTok's her realm. I very rarely come up with anything on there. I am not joking. She'll give me an idea of what I should do, and then I'll do it, and I'll act out the part from what it is for there it is. But when it comes to I'll throw in like, hey, let's try this, and then I'm just like, at that point, either she's like, oh, you're not understanding what I'm saying, then she'll re-explain. I'm like, oh, now I see it. Because sometimes I can't even see it. Like, it's really weird. But then when I finally see it, I see where she's coming from, and then I just meld it. I don't really like change what's going on. And there's only a handful of TikToks I've done myself where it's actually my own creativity. And it's too much time and mental capacity for me because I'm doing all this other stuff too.
It's draining. I know it's like extremely energy draining and stuff like that. Because after you shoot at least like 2 or 3 videos, you're sitting there like, okay, I am tired. But you feel like, but I really didn't do much. But why am I tired? But a lot of people, that's something a lot of people don't realize. It takes a lot of time consuming and not even skills, like time consuming.
Yeah.
To make these videos and stuff like that, and to get things just the right way or the way that you envisioned it or see it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen people that look at me like, I have people that tell me, you're too old to be on TikTok. Whatever. But then they were like, the videos are 15 seconds to 30 seconds, or a minute. How much? Like they asked me, like, how much time does it actually take you to do some of your videos? And I'm telling them, like, oh, the one transition video I did where I showed all my masks except for the new ones. It took me and my wife, I think, 3 to 4 hours, literally, to get that video done. For a 15-second video, it took us 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, because that was between changing helmets, changing the outfit.
15-second to 1 minute videos can take hours to make.
Blood was complaining this morning about how a video took her like 2 hours to do, and it was a transition video with Nightmare Before, not Nightmare Before Elm Street, but The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
And it was Jack's Laminate, or Laminate, whatever, L something, right? And she was like, this took me 2 hours to do it. I'm just like, take in consideration that a 2-hour movie can take 6 months to make.
If I don't move, Chris won't see me.
Chris won't see her. See her. I don't even think she noticed yet. She's just like, yo, wait, what?
Like I said, nobody
Twitch crashed. Damn.
Nobody understands the dedication and stuff that we all put into our videos and stuff, and the time that we put into, especially with people having jobs, and families and stuff like that. It takes a lot of time. And
I'm jealous that you can do all this shit. I would literally invest into a freaking laptop that is like top end to be able to do all this stuff while I'm at work, like the editing and shit.
I'm actually looking for a laptop. Me and my wife was even talking about building a desktop to where, we can do a lot of the editings and stuff like that. Because my wife also does photography, and she loves it. A lot of my pictures and stuff that she has taken, and like we have a lot of ideas, a lot of stuff that is coming. It's just there's some things that we put on like a back burner for now. Like instead of getting more stuff for like TikTok, the one thing that I ended up splurging in, I bought a drone. I will never fly that fucker again. I will let you know that now. Because the one thing that they don't tell you in the box or the instructions is if you hit the home button on these drones, they will literally come back to you. Full speed.
Yeah.
I've been chased by that drone at least 4 times already. And I'm the idiot that try to fly it in the house sometimes, so.
Wait, did I just hear that right?
Yeah, drone.
You got chased by a drone?
Yep.
Damn. You should take a bet. Shoot it!
We just bought it.
Oh.
And it chased you?
Yeah, because I was messing with the buttons and I hit the home button, not knowing what that button did. Because I'm that type of person that you tell me not to push the button, and I want to push it. I want to push the button because I want to know what it does. And I was outside with it, and my wife was like, "You're going to crash it into a tree." No, I'm not. I hit the home button, and I had it as high as I can in the sky. It was like at least 1,500 feet.
Damn.
I hit the home button, and it tilted down and came at me full force. I ended up throwing the remote in the bushes and running, and it was still behind me. So now I got it taken apart. I have like the drone in the closet, the battery in my bedroom.
The battery in one room, the controller in another, the drone in one, the propellers in another spot. Like this drone is not going to chase me again.
Well, I thought I learned my lesson because I even bought like I bought like even little miniature ones. Like this might be much easier. Yeah, right. Nope. I got a 65 inch
Oh my
TV
god. Well, with that being said, it was a pleasure having you on the show, my man.
Thank you.
You cut out.
I said thank you. I'm glad to be on the show.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm going to switch this over to the BRB screen. I'm going to keep you on the line for like 5-10 minutes. Everyone stay tuned because I'm actually being interviewed by RoboCop 17 Art. It'll be an Instagram call. I'm also linking it to my Twitch somehow. I don't know, but it's gonna work. Okay, got it, guys? I'll be right back. Bye. Hey, that's where you say bye.
See ya.
There you